What is a pre-walkthrough and why is it important? That's a great question, and we're going to talk about that today. Hi there, I'm Angela Brown, and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question, and I get to help you find an answer. Now, today's show is brought to us by housecleaning360.com. That's a website that partners house cleaners with homeowners. Boom! Now, if you are a house cleaner and you are looking for more business, make sure that your business is listed and that you've listed the city where you work, so that when people are in your city and they're looking for a house cleaner, they can find you. Yes, I love this. Okay, housecleaning360.com. All right, on to today's question, which is from a homeowner who has a question about light bulbs. Now, the answer is not light bulbs. The answer is the pre-walkthrough. But here's the question. When dusting and cleaning the light fixtures, I'm finding that a lot of uncovered light bulbs have a significant amount of dust crud on them. It's very difficult to get this off the light bulbs. The light bulbs are hot and you can't just wipe them off, even when you don't turn the lights off, because the lights are fragile. Do you have a solution for this? Yes, I do have a solution, and the solution is a pre-walkthrough. Now, as a professional house cleaner, we often do a walkthrough with the customer before we get the job. We walk through and we find out what the customer's priorities are. We make notes, and then we come to an agreement about what it is we're going to clean while we're there. Now, once you have that initial walkthrough done, you have a basic understanding of the customer, their home, their lifestyle, their animals, their pets, their kids, all this stuff, and their priorities. So the walkthrough is super important. But did you know that before every single time you clean their house, there should be what I call a pre-walkthrough? Now, if you are a homeowner, there's a pre-walkthrough for you. And if you are a professional house cleaner, there's a pre-walkthrough for you. So I'm going to do both of them and explain to you why they're both important. I'm going to start with the homeowner. So if you are a homeowner, the pre-walkthrough is this. Let's say that I, Angela Brown, am going to clean my own home today. Okay, I'm going to do a pre-walkthrough before I do it. In the back of my head, I already know where everything is, and I kind of know what the messes are that I need to clean up. But I don't know who else is in my house who might have moved things around when I wasn't looking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a pre-walkthrough. It's not going to take very long, but I'm going to run through the house and I'm going to do a quick visual of what needs to be done, because things might have been brought in from the car last night that are on the kitchen cupboard, and I don't know that right now without looking. But when I go downstairs, one of the things I will add to my list is move all the stuff off from the car that was brought in last night that's on the kitchen cupboard, right? That becomes a new task on my to-do list. There are other things, if I'm the homeowner, that I can do while I'm doing the pre-walkthrough. And I'm going to get to the question in a second about the light bulbs, but when I do the pre-walkthrough of my house, what I'm going to look for are key elements. What are the hot pockets where we use the most amount of space? What are the hot pockets and what can be multitasked? So for example, let's say that I want to clean my kitchen, but I know in the back of my head I also have laundry to do. I could start a load of laundry and that could be washing while I'm then cleaning my kitchen. Then while I'm cleaning my kitchen, dinner could be cooking in the crock pot. So that adds 3 things to my to-do list before I've ever started cleaning. If I get in the middle of cleaning and then I'm like, oh, wait a second, I could be doing laundry right now, then I end up stopping the cleaning task of the kitchen to go start the laundry. What happens then is I get distracted and I go down all these rabbit trails and I don't really get much of anything done. But if I do a quick walkthrough of the house and I'm looking for things like cobwebs and dust and is there crud on the lights and things like that, I'm looking really quickly, how many things can I do? And then I have to prioritize in my own mind, what are those priorities that I'm going to get to today? Because I might decide that what is more important to me is that the laundry gets done and dinner gets fixed and that I don't clean the dust off the light bulbs. I might decide and give myself permission that's not a priority, okay? So when you do the pre-walkthrough, what you're looking at really quickly is how many tasks or chores need to be done, how many of them am I capable of doing, and then what are the priorities of those tasks or chores. Okay, now I'm going to flip this over for a second. We're going to go to the professional house cleaner. As a professional house cleaner, you've already done a walkthrough with the customer. And so in the back of your mind, you know their house. Now, it might be that you've been cleaning their house every other week for 2 or 3 years, okay? And so in the back of your mind, you're going to go in and you're going to start on a certain room and you're going to work your way through the house like you always do. What you don't know is this. The customer may be going through a divorce this week. It's a new divorce. They weren't planning it. It just happened. And the whole bedroom may be torn apart upstairs, but you haven't gone up there yet to check. And because you haven't gone up there yet to check, you don't know that what you think is going to take 20 minutes to clean, today is going to take 1 hour. So if you do a pre-walkthrough, right when you get to a customer's house, I'm just going to do a quick check. And for the quick check, here's where it comes in with the dust and the light bulbs. For the quick check, what I use is a flashlight and the lights are off. My pre-check is the lights are off and I use a flashlight. Here's the reason why. When I'm at a customer's house, let's say I'm there from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m., the light outside, the outside light, which is the natural lighting, is at a certain place. And it's going to always be at that certain place if I have a regular time slot with that customer. Okay, now try to follow me on this because this is really important. And this particular concept will set you so far above all the other house cleaners that never figure out this concept. Here it is. When a customer leaves their house and they go to work, they don't see the house during the same time that you do. When they see the house, it's at 6 o'clock in the morning and they walk in and the sun is just starting to come up and there are all these streams of dust that are coming in from the front room window. Then when they come home at night, the lighting is different. And so what they're seeing is they're seeing a glare from the setting sun that sets in on top of the countertops and they see dust that you don't see. So what happens is they call you up and they're like, you didn't clean my house. And you're like, I totally cleaned your house, right? You cleaned their house with the lighting you were familiar with. So my pre-walkthrough is this. Walk through the house with the lights off because you're going to see everything in a different angle, okay? When the lighting is different, it's going to be a completely different clean. And if you use your flashlight, and you can buy a cheap flashlight at the dollar store, it doesn't have to be an expensive flashlight, and most cell phones now have a flashlight on them. So what you're looking at is you're looking at the dust on the lights. You're looking up in the corners. Are there cobwebs in this house? You're looking at the archways and the doorways. Are there cobwebs in the doorways? Are there cobwebs sitting on the ledges that I don't see? Where is the dust that when I flip on the lights, all that dust is magically going to disappear because I just can't see it, right? When you walk through with a flashlight, what you're also doing is you're also saying, this room that normally takes me 15 minutes to clean, today is going to take a little bit longer. I see dust, I see cobwebs, I see other things. And so it gives you a quick overview. I need to adjust 5 minutes here. I need to add 5 minutes over here. And it allows you to still get the house done in the same amount of time. The quick walkthrough, and you become very good at it really quickly. And you train yourself to see all those things, right? So the pre-walkthrough, both for the homeowner and for the professional house cleaner, is paramount because it's going to tell you exactly how much time you have to clean the house. And if there's something that's unraveled in an upstairs bedroom because the family is now going through a divorce, you have the right, when you're downstairs cleaning, to contact the homeowner and say, hey, listen, I just did a quick walkthrough of the property. I noticed that the upstairs bedroom is just in shambles. Did you want me to ignore that room today, or is that a top priority and you want me to gut everything out? Do you want me to spend more time up there? What is it? Now, when we're at a customer's house and we text the customer, they don't always respond immediately because they're at work. But if you have a 2 or 3 hour window that you're going to be at their house, this allows you to contact them first thing in the morning, and they can get back to you in 20 minutes or 30 minutes, and you still have time to make those adjustments. And let's talk for a second about the light bulbs. When you do that initial walkthrough, either as a homeowner or as a professional house cleaner, and you look up and you see that there's dust and crud on the lights, before you ever turn those lights on, you can fragilely clean those lights with a damp cloth, because you don't want to turn the lights on and have the lights be hot, and then you try to clean them because you will break them. And as a homeowner or as a house cleaner, if you're the homeowner and you broke them, you got to replace them. If you're the professional house cleaner and you broke them, you have to replace them. So either way, if you break the lights, you have to replace them. And if you are aware that there's dust, you can say, okay, I'm going to hit all the lights in this bathroom before I turn them on, and that way I'm not going to damage them. But the secret with light bulbs is be very gentle because it's a very fine glass. And if you wipe them down and let them cool before you flip the lights on, you shouldn't have a problem at all. We clean light bulbs all the time. But if you go in there and try to clean a hot light bulb, you're correct, it will break. So the pre-walkthrough is excellent for the homeowner and for the house cleaner for these very reasons. It gives you the latitude of doing the proper job without creating extra damage or without not budgeting your time so that you're in a scramble at the last minute trying to do what you thought you were going to be able to do because you did not check. All right, so that, my friend, is the pre-walkthrough. I hope that helps, and I know for a fact it will revolutionize your business. Anyway, let's start a conversation. Tell me what you think. You like it, you don't like it, or are you already doing it? Who knows? All right, we'll talk in the notes below. Until we meet again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.